Yo, what's going on, guys? It's your boy Mini Wolfie here. So in today's video we're going to be playing some Clash Royale. So I'm going to be showing you the best deck for Arena 4, 5 and 6. So Arena 5 you can use a different variation to this deck, but at Arena 4 you're going to have to be using the variation I'm going to show you now. So you're going to be using the Musketeer, Bomber, Valkyrie, Barbarians, Minions, Spear Goblins, Tombstone and Arrows. Now this is a very well balanced deck, but it kind of counts on counter pushing, so you're going to be like defending most of the time. But if you have Barbarians and Musketeer in your starting hand, then you can decide to push him or her, whatever your opponent's gender is, first, but be careful that he doesn't counter push you. So you have to be very careful if you want to decide to open up and attack them first. So for the second variation, you can unlock at Arena 5. Now here's my buddy DQ. He's pushed to Arena 6 with this deck. So he is using Arrows, Furnace, Valkyrie, Fire Spirits, Musketeer, Bomber, Barbarians and Minions. So I am going to be only showing you 2 replays, as I have been playing for a long period today, and once you've played for a long period in one day, it starts pairing you up with stronger and better opponents. So it'll be pairing me up with like level 7s and 8s with a lot better higher cards than me. But out of 6 times I've played with this deck, I have won 5 out of 6. Now this is with different deck. I was messing around with a Barbarian, Hog and P.E.K.K.A strategy. But starting from here where I started using the deck, I went on a 4 win streak and then I lost 2 for a 1 crown. So let's jump into the most recent attack that I have won. This guy's using a P.E.K.K.A and Goblin Barrel. So this guy is 1 level higher than me, so this just shows that you can beat people that are like 1 level higher than you. So straight away I'm starting off with the Barbarian and Bomber combo. That is a very good combo to use with the Barbarians as well. So if you do have the Bomber instead of the Musketeer, you can open up and do that as well. Now this guy, he keeps his P.E.K.K.A in his hand until very late on in the game, which I really did not understand. What I would have done is place my P.E.K.K.A like behind my King Tower, built up Elixir, because the P.E.K.K.A is actually kind of slow, and then a little bit of a push with the P.E.K.K.A. But that's what I would have done. And he's also using a mini. So he's, from what I am noticing, he, like in my head at that time, I noticed he has a very expensive deck. He has a Goblin Barrel, which is most probably his most cheap thing in a deck, except for the Rage spell, because he has Barbarians, which cost 5, Minion Horde, which costs 5, Rocket, which costs 6, P.E.K.K.A, which costs 7, what else was it? A bloody mini P.E.K.K.A, which costs 4. So Hog Rider, which costs another 4. So he's just using a very expensive deck, where my deck, it is kind of cheap. The only expensive ones I really have are the Barbarians and Valkyrie. So here he places down a Hog Rider with a mini P.E.K.K.A behind, so I just place down some minions with some Barbarians. Here I didn't really need to use that arrows, but I do end up getting his tower right now. So the way I win this is not by getting a free crown. I actually target his other tower, which is, and a lot of people, they decide to just, if they destroy one tower, they go full out for that free crown. That's not what I like doing, as a lot of times they will be able to defend and counter push you and allow them to get like a 2 crown or a 3 crown victory. So here's the first time he placed down his P.E.K.K.A. So I just placed down barbarians, but the P.E.K.K.A. can one hit it, so I did place down a bomber as well. So we ended up taking out this Hog Rider and his P.E.K.K.A. in very quick succession. So I just placed down a musketeer with some spear goblins. He places down a mini P.E.K.K.A. to try and defend, which he takes out my musketeer, but you know, we got that tower down to 83 right there. We placed down our barbarians and then our musketeer. Yeah. Sorry about that, guys. Yeah, the musketeer ended up winning the game. So there is 2-star. Now we just need to jump into one more replay. So let's do it. We'll be doing this one. Now this guy was a bit harder to defeat. So yeah, now he had a very offensive starting hand. He places on a goblin barrel, then he freezes my tower, which done a lot of damage right here. Look at this. He got this incredibly low off the start, and I was not expecting it, if I'm going to be totally honest with you. So yeah, then I realized he has a Hog Rider. So a lot of people in this arena, they use Hog Riders as it is a decently strong card. So we trade towers right there. So yeah, sorry if you can hear something in the background now. It is my TV. So yeah. The Valkyrie is getting a bit of damage done to that King Tower. We take down that dragon very quickly with the musketeer. He has his free spell ready, as you can see. So here is where I got a bit confused. He placed down that hog so late that the free spell actually went off of the tower. Like, it left. I don't know how to explain it, but it just ran out of time pretty much. And then he placed on his hog. So the hog took damage and did do a lot of damage to the tower. So sorry about my bad I can't even pronounce explanation anymore. But sorry for the bad explaining. But I'm not that good at English. Even though I'm born English, but leave me alone. So we ended up using arrows on that goblin barrel, because you can actually do that. You can fireball it, but you have to be very accurate. So that's why I used arrows in my deck instead of fireball. But guys, please leave a like and subscribe if you are enjoying, because I will be trying to post daily content from now on. So yeah, it's been your boy Mini Wolfie, and I'll be seeing you in the next video. See ya.